Welcome, shipbirds, to Riding the Pine, hosted by myself, Drew Backley, and co-hosted by Jacob Hugendorn.
1, 2, 3. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're back with Epi 4. Got Drew Backley, Dirty Mitts,
Hello.
Gordon the lawyer, a.k.a. Jesse Gordon Backley.
Bombay.
Jakob Black Velvet, not Jakob Kindle, is talking right now because he's a bum. And Josh Craven, the editor-in-chief.
Caw.
To start it out, how about we, after talking about not being Jakob Kindle, let's go to Red Kelly. They both shared the number 4 for the Detroit Red Wings.
That's true. That's kind of sad for Red Kelly. I'm sure he wasn't too proud of that watching Jakob Kindle skate. Yeah, they finally retired Red Kelly. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't someone growing up that I heard his name a lot. I definitely had heard his name, but it was kind of odd that he wasn't as celebrated as Gordy and, the production line and guys from that era. Maybe because he traded to Toronto and will never, but I don't know, maybe the organization back then maybe just couldn't fucking forgive him for that. I don't know. But anyways, that guy was a monster.
Absolute stud.
Yeah. Retired in 1967, Hart Memorial runner-up.
Got that big Norris trophy.
Did he win the most?
No, he just got the Norris. That's a big deal.
Okay. Yeah, he won one. Yeah. He also was a Lady Byng trophy winner.
That's pretty weird for
51,
a defenseman.
53, 54,
Actually,
61.
didn't he play forward when he switched to?
Yeah, when he got traded to Toronto.
Okay.
He played center.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
To go from. And I guess it's not that odd because I guess when he was with Detroit, he was kind of a pioneer as far as skating it up and joining the Rush. One of those guys that started that.
Like Bobby Orr before Bobby Orr.
Yeah, he was in that conversation.
You know what? What game was that when they were retiring? Was that the Toronto game when they announced they're going to retire his jersey?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I was kind of drunk that night, and I'm like, I got Red Kelly confused with the coach of Michigan, Red Berenson.
Red Berenson,
like,
two legends.
Yeah, I know.
Legends.
But I mean, I looked him up,
yeah.
And I was like, oh shit! I thought that was the coach of Michigan. I looked up Red Kelly's age. It says he's 90-1.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah.
Which it kind of, I don't know, that's what made me wonder about why they haven't done it before, because it's kind of sad that they waited until he was 91 to do this.
Yeah.
He could have been enjoying that, the last 2 decades of his life.
I mean, he's already has his number retired by Toronto.
Right?
Yeah. So he probably.
Yeah, I'm sure he's not waiting around for it, but I don't know.
Maybe Mr. I had a little, I don't know, maybe his standards were a little higher than Chris Ilitch's.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, anyways, he's a monster. 823 points. That's all we got to say about that.
He had a pretty solid coaching record, though, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, he coached for L.A., Pitt, and Toronto, which probably was pretty sick for him.
Yeah.
That must have been what we are hoping is going to be Yzerman for us, because obviously he won 4 cups with Toronto. So for him to come back and coach, I mean, for us, it'll be Stevie Y, hopefully being general manager.
GM.
But, that's just the prodigal son returned. Doesn't really get better.
Not at all.
And apparently he got involved in politics afterwards. So
yeah, let's bring politics in here. Great one.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll move on to them changing the seats of LCA, Little Caesars Arena.
Mm-hmm.
Felt that red was highlighting how many people weren't sitting in the seats.
Definitely was, but it looked good.
So?
Yeah, I think it made the whole arena look like a sea of red, though. I mean,
Do you think it's $3.5 million worth to change?
yes.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I think. Well, go ahead.
Wait, no. I mean, that's how much it's going to cost.
Right. Well, I think wasn't that just for seat covers though. I don't think that's just for.
You mean? I think they're getting just
redone seats.
Yeah.
I'm not.
They have covers now that they put them on during the Pistons games.
Yeah.
But the thing that I'm go ahead.
I'm going to say that I watched the Red Wings for once, and I immediately noticed that there is nobody in the stands.
But will it change if it's black?
Probably not.
No.
No, I'm just saying like they
And
probably should do so.
The problem
which
with
is why it's not worth $3.5 million.
I thought you were asking me if I believe that's the cost. I didn't. Yeah, no, I don't think it's worth doing it. But they have a boatload of money. They don't. I mean,
True. I mean, the cost is from CBS Sports, but
I think it's gonna fuck. I mean, if there's not that many people already in the stands, and you got red seat covers, and then there's not gonna be that many people in the stands when you get black seat covers. What about the goalies? The puck won't the puck blend in with the seats that aren't
Yeah.
being filled?
Yeah.
Where are you
that's
going to bring a bunch of people down from the upper bowls and be like, hey, you got to sit behind the goalie now because we got black seat covers and didn't think about
fair.
anything?
Yeah. I don't know. That would depend on the lighting, obviously, but I think for me, it doesn't add up just because, fuck, it's going to highlight it more. Okay, so 90% of the people at a Red Wings game are wearing what color? Red. Right?
Yeah.
So when you look at, when you're looking just vaguely,
Mhm.
you're not going to notice. But when there's black seats and you have everyone in who is there wearing red and then there's black contrasting it, you're going to notice every empty seat is black
Exactly.
instead of the red kind of blended in. I mean, obviously you could see that there was a shit ton of people not actually sitting in their seats. I think they're trying to pass it off as like, oh, a lot of people are at the bar instead of actually sitting inside the rink. First off,
That worked
if-
for like the first 4 games last year.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
shit, nobody believes that
It's-
anymore.
But also, if you're going to a fucking Red Wings game and you're not spending the vast majority of the game in your seat, fucking stop buying them so the rest of us can afford it.
The problem, it's corporate though.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's so corporate, but I mean,
Which sucks.
We-
But we
when-
can't get away from it, obviously.
when me and Jordan went to one of the Pistons games, they have those if you have season tickets down the middle, they have those concourses
Mm-hmm.
that you just get free beer and free food the entire night. So me and Jordan didn't really give a shit about basketball at all.
Obviously.
So we just stood in there and drank the whole time. So maybe people that all these corporations, all these business seats are bringing their customers, and they're like, I don't give a shit about hockey, and they're just
Right.
going.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Which it doesn't make sense for all the empty seats, but maybe some of them.
I'm sure of that. I'm sure it's quite a bit.
And making them and reselling these seats is going to be super hard because of all your tickets have to be digital now.
that and there's high definition. So I don't think changing these seat covers is going to do anything at all.
I heard a rumor that it was because the Pistons players were not happy with the red seat covers or some shit like that.
That's what they want you to think.
If they wanted us to think that, they wouldn't have made the rumor that.
I mean,
Pistons should have no
red
say
and
in
black
that building.
Yeah, fuck them.
Thank you, Jesse.
It's a joke.
Have they already?
Fuck
rechanged
them. Until you win even half the amount of championships that we have and you stop hanging up every other guy's jersey, go fuck yourself.
Right.
Go get your own arena. How about?
That'd be nice.
You haven't earned it.
That would
Not-
be nice.
The other side of this is we're making a light of a $3.5 million contract to change seats that is to deceive fans on an HD screen that they're going to see no matter what. It's a moot point. It's stupid. It's a waste of money. And it also shows where our organization is going, lack of faith. It's just bullshit.
It's honestly a laughing stock. And,
It is.
This empty seat shit.
Yeah. And I think it's just kind of a slap in the face of the Wings. Like, dude, it's one of the most storied. It's the third most storied franchise in the league. You don't think they deserve to have their fucking seats their color?
It's
Get out of here.
And they are trying to pass over. They're trying to pass over the horn that's in LCA now, which is a digital recording of the one that was in Joe Louis.
Yeah.
And it sounds like shit. It sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, they need to, I don't know, invest in some antique horn or something to make it sound like the old one because it seems like that's what most people want.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounded. I love the sound on the Joe. Everyone did.
It was one of the best horns in the entire league.
Mm,
I mean, you just get some long ass loud video of somebody farting and put that through the speakers around LCA and it sound better than the horn now.
so, what did you think about the hit on Pedersen by Matheson of Florida? Pedersen is obviously that young stud from Vancouver.
Yeah, he had 5. He was tearing her up. 5
Yeah.
goals in 5 games.
Is he a rookie?
Yeah.
Okay.
So his draft year, that was the Nico year, and
Nico Hersher
yeah, I don't
from
know
the
if I said
Devils?
that name very
Okay.
well. But
He sure?
yeah,
Sure.
so Peter Patter picks a pepper son, whatever his name is. He went, I think it was like 5th overall to Vancouver,
Mhm.
and it was just because he was such a raw talent. They didn't know how good he was going to be, and then they drafted him, tore the fucking league up. Not
So
last
far.
year. Last year, like when after his draft year +1, he was an SHL, pretty sure. Tore it up. Actually, don't quote me on that. I'm not sure if it was SHL, but he tore it up, and then he came over here and just was fucking it up.
Yeah,
But he's 170 pounds soaking wet.
exactly.
Yeah, and he got fucked up.
Yeah. What do you think about it? You think it was dirty? You think it was all right?
Happens every game.
Yeah.
He threw him down. I think it's just a big ass dude doing the same thing he does to other big ass dudes, but he was doing it to a not big ass dude, so that he got just tossed.
Yeah.
He got a 2-gamer for it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, so they fucking ruled on it?
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah. He got 2.
What do you think, Jess?
I agree with him. I think that hit happens all the time. The D put their hands on the guy's chest and just throw him down.
He was pretty embarrassed when he embarrassed, made Matheson look like an AHL defenseman. That's why I'm pretty sure that's why he took him to the boards that hard.
Right. Yeah, he kind of walked him there for a second, and he had to go down just to sling a stick at him. What do you think about, though, just the ruling? 2 games?
I
Fair?
think it's unfair.
Yeah. So do I.
Everyone does that play. Every D, even with emotion after getting beat, I think he got toe dragged, went behind the net. He got embarrassed. And then he wanted to get back at him. He tossed his hand on his chest and threw him down. And that happens all the time, like you said. And I don't think there should be a punishment just because the guy's small.
Right.
Exactly. The only thing I would like to add is just that last part where the guy was obviously already going down. He gave him that last shove. Yeah, that's not needed. But if that guy wasn't, 160 pounds soaking wet, that's not that big of a fucking deal.
Yeah.
And also, how much? So the point is, the league is trying to protect their young studs, and I understand that. That's awesome. We all want to watch exciting hockey, but how much protect the game as well? Like the game itself is a rough fucking game. We've all that kid has signed on to it since he started to learn how to play. So, if you're going to be a young stud, you're going to be light. You're trying to put on weight because you just got into the pros and stuff, you're going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
The league doesn't need to actually punish these guys for playing the game.
He did get a concussion, though, I think.
Yeah. No, he did, which sucks, but that's the game.
The thing that sucks about it is, so, the young players, they learn to keep their head up and shit when they enter the league because they're playing against the best players ever now.
Right.
Like Laine, he got fucked up his first year. He got a concussion.
He's not small like this.
No,
kid.
he's a 6'5".
Yeah.
So the thing is that kind of sucks is you can learn to not go through the middle of the ice with your head down like Laine did and not get rocked and get a concussion.
Right.
But he can't learn to not. I mean, he did the right thing. He absorbed the hit and then got fucked. Like, I mean,
Absolutely.
it's gonna keep happening to him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like he can't not learn. He can't learn how to avoid that. Really,
He can't protect himself. in
right?
that play.
That's the only. That's the only thing that kind of sucks.
The only thing he can do is try to put on weight and try to just be stronger. I mean, people are going to try to throw you the fuck around. That's you go into we all know you go in the corner, and you get that big defenseman coming at you. He's going to try to fuck you up.
Yeah, that's his job. That's
Exactly.
how he gets money. That's what he's paid for.
Exactly.
And you're paid to get the fuck out of the way because they elude him.
Especially if you're a small dude.
Right.
You
Like
know.
Gaudreau, Kaner, they barely get rocked.
Yeah, you got to spin. You got to do whatever. You got to keep your feet moving. You got to do anything to get out of that corner because you're going to get fucking lit.
Right.
Do you think that this decision is kind of a progressive one where it's showing where the NHL wants to go?
Yeah. They're
Because
definitely going more skill.
that kid is unprotected. He can't do anything about that play. Made a good play, got thrown down off some D's emotion,
Yeah.
who has done something that time and time again other D have done every day. But it shows that this guy is concussed. And it really goes to where does the NHL want to go? Where are we going to go from here? Are we going to make it consistent where all of those rulings, where a guy takes his hand on front of your chest and tosses you down in the corner, is going to be a penalty? Or
I think
There was
that-
no penalty called. So
Well, he meant.
I mean, a
suspension.
ruling.
no, I know.
So I think that they're trying to send a message that you got to be smarter in who you do it to. Like you can't,
Exactly.
you can't. Like all right, he could have done that first thing and just popped him into the boards, but he can't do that where he just WWE body slams him.
Not to Vancouver's best pick in the last couple of years.
They're-
That's who you can't do it.
Right.
To. That's
They're
the only
gonna
person
they're
you
gonna
can't do it to.
protect. I mean, they'll protect like the skill guys, but still, Patterson, Peter Patter, whatever.
So the
he needs to
NHL
learn
won't
it.
be consistent then.
Well, so
Because it's based on him having a concussion. If he didn't have one, there'd be no ruling. And on top of that, if this guy's not the most skilled or one of the highlight stars of the NHL or future prospects of it, they might not protect him as much.
I'd be willing to bet my entire fucking house right now if he doesn't go off the ice and he doesn't have a fucking conky, no one gives a shit.
nobody.
If he doesn't just melt from that hit, which I'm not saying he faked it by any means, he obviously got lit up.
Yeah.
That sucked. That's
He didn't know where
awful.
he was. He
no,
couldn't
yeah, he
stand
was
up.
he was
Yeah.
rocked.
Yeah.
But if that does not happen, there's nothing. No one even notices. He just gets up. Ah, shit, man. And that's just something. And that would have just been something behind the play that some of us fans would have noticed. Like, damn, dude, that was a little bit fucking rough.
But
you
that's
know?
the thing. He did get a concussion.
Right.
So
No, he
that's
did.
that's what I'm saying is that Matheson needs to realize who he's doing it to. Like you can do it to a big fucking dude, but don't do it to like this guy who you're gonna pick up on with one hand and smash him. Like you don't need to do that.
That's a good coaching standpoint, but it's more about the NHL and the rulings. Are they going to do it based on the effect of the play or like a consistent action of the play?
It
Where
should
a guy
be the
grabs his
effects.
hand on top, like a cross check. It's a ruling. You take two hands behind the guy's back and you hit him with your stick.
Well-
That's a cross check.
I think it should be effect because you could have Chara doing that to Ovechkin and he's not going to get a concussion.
Right.
So it should be based on effect?
I think so.
Okay.
Honestly,
See, this, maybe I'm a little bit antiquated, but I think guys like that, if you get rocked like that, I'm okay with it. Even if you are a super skilled guy and you get rocked like that and you can't play anymore, I'm sorry, but I want this league to be tough. Like this is a tough sport, and we
Yeah.
this is a bit extreme, but if we keep going down the way we're going, we're essentially going to be watching fucking soccer on ice. You know what I mean? Like we just keep extracting violence and extracting the toughness out of the game, and we just keep limiting these big tough defensemen and these grinders and these tough guys. We keep limiting their roles to where you can't touch each other.
but wouldn't you rather watch Burn or like you have Klingberg, Carlson, all these guys gun it from the back end than these big bruisers that can barely skate like
Oh yeah,
Orpik and shit? Come on, I'd rather watch some high speed, high octane stuff.
no, I love
with hits.
Yeah, I
than
love a
these
mixture.
Greasy shit.
Right. No, I love a mixture for sure.
Yeah.
I think if you were watching hockey in like 2005, I think that was perfect for me at least because there was that mixture of unbelievably skilled dudes mixed with some of those old school guys who still like to lay you the fuck out. You still had to keep your head up, even if you were one of those slick dudes. You had to watch everything you were doing because there was still a chance someone was going to come across that center ice and fuck you up. And I loved it. It was great. And also, they still had a couple fighters around. It was awesome. I think we're getting to the point where we're going to be watching barn burners. There's going to be like 6 to 5 every other night. They'll mark it up like there's 20 hit per fucking squad. But realistically, if you actually watch, there's like maybe 1 or 2 actual hits.
Like big hits.
Yeah. And big hits now, what we call big hits now, are just actual hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because big hits back then were hit for the fucking head.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah.
Jim Guy.
I'm all for that. No, not really. I'm not all for concussions, but I think we're going a little bit too far.
All right.
Moving on.
Yeah, get out of this concussion thing. I don't wanna hear it anymore. Fuck.
Yeah, let's so moving on to the Maple Leaf game. 5-7 loss. This is gonna be
That was
rough.
not.
These-
I don't think it was 5-7.
3-5.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hey, but who gives a shit? We got lit up in both games. We This is just going to be a depressing episode as far as the game reviews, just because our team looked like an AHL team. And I've been saying for years, for probably the last 3 years, we'd probably be better off with the Grand Rapids Griffins playing. And right now, that's essentially what we have. And our
You could put all the fans that are in LCA in Van
Andel.
Yeah, and they wouldn't even fill it up.
Yeah, it's not fucking good.
No.
Anyways, the first power play of that game, I stopped taking notes after a little while because it was getting so depressing and just, anyways, first power play looked good. Actually, they had a lot of puck control because it was all the kids. It was all our young guys that we want to see play, like Mantha Bertuzzi.
He needs to step his ass up, though.
Mantha, yeah, as of late. It's just this week he had a rough showing.
Yeah.
I agree on that for sure.
I mean, he's still getting in this, game shape.
Yeah.
He was boxing all fucking summer.
I think he said he had to put that off, though.
Did he?
I think he said he had to put that off. He had like a minor injury. He had to put it off, which sucked because when I heard he was taking boxing, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, now we got a big ass bruiser.
Yeah, I was like, dude, give him the C. Let's go.
Damn.
I want to see him score. I want to see him snip, fight.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Good old Todd Bertuzzi.
Yeah. I like Tyler Bertuzzi's performance during that game.
He's one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
He's just smart. The way he plays the game, and he's just like, you can put him on any line, he compliments him well. He can grind it out, or it can be playmaking and fucking chirp some people.
I know when he's on the ice, I'm actually watching mostly him because it makes me happy. Most of the things he does makes me happy. I'm like, okay, that was the right move. That was the right play.
Yeah.
A lot of the other guys, I'm like, I obviously are vets. Like almost every other play, I'm just like, the fuck were you thinking?
Right.
Did you see him chirp Kadri?
I did not see him chirp Kadri.
He wanted, dude. He was like, "Fucking go me now." It was amazing.
What Kadri do?
He didn't want it.
That's
he didn't want
weird.
it. He looked at his hair. He looked at Bertuzzi's hair, and he's like, "Dude, I'm not that fucking tough. There's no way I'm that tough."
Sick as salad.
Jensen scored 2 goals that game. Big night for him. First 2-goal game ever.
That'll keep him in the lineup though.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, he's got wheels.
Yeah. And he's older for a
Yeah, he's like 28, right?
Yeah,
He made the team when he was 26.
He played his first NHL game like 7 years after his draft year. But during the Toronto game, Advocator got caught puck watching on the Marner goal real bad. I just think that Advocator this season as of yet has just been awful.
He got married, bro.
And he had a baby.
So
maybe he's not sleeping. I know how that is. So, fuck.
He's not sleeping.
I thought you loved Abby.
You think I love Advocator?
You said I hate Kovalchuk last podcast, which I didn't. And you spoke highly of Abby for the past 6-7 years.
Sometimes I think you don't remember who you're talking to because I've never loved Advocator.
Abby was like your next Darren McCarty.
Maybe for like the first that playoff run when he came in, and like maybe the next half a year. But once I saw him lose 85% of the fights that he was ever in, I completely jumped off that bandwagon. That's like a 10-year outdated opinion.
Which bandwagon did you jump on? And for talking about 10 years outdated, you brought up Kovalchuk with me, who's been out of the league for like fucking 10 years.
Yeah, but he's in the league now. So.
Yeah.
My bad.
You better be sorry, motherfucker.
And you fist fought one of our friends over it, so it had to be brought up, had to be settled.
It wasn't over that.
It was over that.
He did like him a little too much.
We'll move right into our one-timers.
One tease.
Yeah, from here on out, we'll just call them one tees, our quick hits.
Uno hitos. Is that how you say hits in Spanish? Hito? Uno.
I don't know. I've watching the games on Fox Sports have been nice this year because they've given us a lot of inside looks of inside the locker room, stuff that Blashill's doing and shit like that. It's just nice to. Usually they don't ever put a camera in there. Maybe Blashill kind of consented. I know he hates it. Every coach hates having a camera inside the room, but
Yeah, I mean,
It's nice for a fan.
I wish I could see this stuff. I'm one of them cord cutting dudes. I only watch it on Reddit, so I can't see any of that stuff. But
What does cord cutting?
cord
mean?
cutting
You don't
when you don't
have cable.
Yeah, you don't have cable. I just buy like Hulu, Netflix, HBO.
It's YouTube. I mean,
YouTube
Toronto
Red,
Maple Leafs do
Red
a
too.
Toronto Maple Leafs blueprint. It's behind the scenes, and so does New Jersey,
They what?
where they go behind the scenes like HBO 24/7 used to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they
That's
follow
cool.
the teams.
I'm sure Toronto does that every single fucking day. They probably they have that shit at practice probably.
The first season I saw was with Mike Babcock changing over. I believe that's the first season they've done, and it's all on YouTube.
I tell you what, I feel bad for anybody that is operating a camera like that heavy of a camera in that locker room, because I was having flashbacks of Bedford High School hockey locker room, how bad it smelled, even when we took a tour through the Red Wings one. Man, if
Yeah, but they
you're
probably
carrying that camera through there, you're just like just trying to videotape it, just sucking in all that nasty.
Dude, those dudes probably get like new shoulder pads like 4 times a year and shit though.
Yeah, but does it? Their,
I mean, it still
their stalls
smells.
were worn. Yeah, after a year, even their stuff was like worn down and stanky.
Yeah.
Made me excited.
So Sergey, they're talking about Chris Ilitch kind of addressed possibly looking at retiring his jersey later this year.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm all for it, man. We don't have those cups without them. No way.
I agree.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, you can't do what we did without him.
I mean, yeah. So you don't have those cups without him, and who can fault him for wanting to go to Cali, be with his little Russian girlfriend or whatever he had, that tennis player?
I've always thought Sergey should have had his jersey retired a long time ago.
Agreed. Yeah.
I think a lot of people did. It's just he had that little beef with the Illiches on the way that he left. I was looking it up last week just to kind of refresh myself, and it seemed like he kind of was looking for a reason to leave. Because twice he had offer.
This is
From-
4 years, $50 million from Detroit, I think.
Well, other teams were like tendering offers or whatever, and Detroit would match it.
Well, Detroit's was more than Anaheim.
Yeah, but at first it was New Jersey, I think, who sent the offer maybe 3 or 4 years before that, and Sergey seemed okay with it.
Oh, that was the guy that owns Carolina Hurricanes. I
Was
think.
it the Thrashers? I don't know. It was one of the terrible teams,
Yeah.
and he took a look at it, and it caught Detroit's eye. Maybe it was just like a fake to get Detroit to match that offer, but they matched it, and then he went with Anaheim
Yeah.
later. But to me, it was just kind of a rough look. Like, Detroit matches it. Why would you not want to keep playing for Detroit and keep winning cups?
I don't know. That's probably one of the greatest secrets of the Red Wings.
Yeah.
Why that all went down south, sour.
It's like our own little Wayne Gretzky question with fucking Edmonton.
Oh yeah.
And why'd he leave?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Edmonton.
Well, he was supposed to
For
come
the
to the
money.
Wings too. Except supposedly his wife wanted to go to LA, which can't blame you.
I can. We could add Gretzky.
All right. So what about what's next? What about the game tonight? We talking about the game tonight?
No, we should talk about the shit game we had against Boston.
You want to talk about that game? I didn't even.
Not
watch
really.
that
We
game,
lost
but
8-2. To sum it up, Bernier had pretty much an awful game. However, we didn't support him at all. The main point of this is we have no run support. We scored, I think, at tops 3 goals against Toronto
That's a joke.
this year.
That's the highest.
Yeah,
Jesus.
our defense is bad, but we haven't had anything to help them.
There's already been articles coming out about lose for Hughes.
Yes.
And man, it's fucking depressing.
It's gonna be a rough year. I don't have much else to say about the Boston game. It's a fucking joke. We're going to suck. Not so much. Our young kids are playing well. We are sucking because we have a shit ton of rookies, and our veterans are fucking awful. They are shit.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's not good.
Yeah. So I mean, just as a Red Wings fan, you just gotta buckle in and just accept the fact that these guys, 3 or 4 of them, possibly 5 or 6, are going to be our future studs. So just strap in, knowing that right now they're making the mistakes so later that they can be good. Our veterans right now are not even worth. They're not even worth what they're getting paid right now, and possibly I would say most of them are going to be. Their pay is going to be cut in half after this if another team picks them up. Like, does Abdicator get a contract?
He already has one. He doesn't need
No. After this,
man.
What do you-
hopefully league minimum.
right?
Jesus,
Exactly.
It's terrible.
Exactly. That's
Honestly,
yeah.
but yeah, you just got to buckle. And you got to realize that we're probably going to lose a lot of 4 to 5 games, 3 to 5 games. Which is, I mean, I'd be happy if they score 3 goals and keep it like fast paced, entertaining kind of hockey. If we lose, yeah, it sucks, but it's not like last year, which was shitty. And then you honestly, the top 3 in this next draft can be franchise players. So
Yeah. And also Zadina's down in Grand Rapids cooking, just baking. Hopefully throughout this season he'll probably get depending on injuries, he'll obviously get his 9-game tryout. So we got him coming up.
he hopefully. I mean, I don't know. He didn't look great. That second goal, he did get 2 goals and he got first score of the game, but that second goal was pretty sloppy. Obviously,
Yeah.
it was good though.
The one, are you talking about the one that was pretty much an open netter and he put it into the goalie and somehow the goalie fumbled it?
He, like, knocked it back in.
Yeah, you got lucky.
Yeah.
So off-topic question: will Joshua Craven, for the listeners, can you guys just send in something? We need
Some
something
ideas.
that will enable Joshua Craven, our producer, to ever swear in his life.
He needs to cuss. He needs to let it out.
He's never. I've known him since I was in 7th or 8th grade. I've never cussing for Joshua because he lived in Virginia for like 10 seconds.
Where he's selling jeans.
He
the
would
reg.
say golly. That was cussing for Josh when he got pissed. When Josh was about to swing on you, which is never because he's a bird. He doesn't know his joints don't work that way.
He's got
I swung
feathers.
Justin.
Yeah.
Unless you stole his jeans.
I
Right.
beat Justin in a fist fight.
Justin Backley? Ooh.
Yeah. Drew's brother. And
Nice.
I beat Drew. I would if I needed to.
Isn't that your nephew's dad?
Yeah.
Man, that'd be a nice family affair. You guys should have like a rumble.
Thanksgiving. So wait, what would it take?
Not money.
1,000 subscribers.
1,000
It's gonna
subscribers.
take money. Definitely money.
Okay,
It's all it would take.
listen, no, you said subscribers. Don't fucking backtrack.
And Patreon
He's a
subscribers.
fucking whore
Yeah, well, yeah, no one's surprised.
for money and
Yeah.
subscribers.
Yes.
So
Shit.
1,000
I don't
subscribers,
know.
Yes.
and you will say what?
Anything you guys want.
Anything I want. Could
No,
this be a
not you,
sentence?
the listeners.
Anything they want.
Yes.
Okay, well, I know a couple of our listeners, so I could just tell them what to say.
And you need 1,000 of them.
Right. Well, 1,000 total, but one of my fucked up buddies could send up a really fucked up statement.
Yeah, I will say it.
You gonna say
Okay.
it in your
For
real
money.
voice, or can you say it in like Ariana Grande's voice, like
Any
some
voice they
high
want.
pitched?
Any voice they want.
Okay.
For
Okay.
Like-
Like Kevin Hart's voice.
Free speech doesn't mean that much to you then.
money is what means a lot to me.
Money is the motive.
Real quick, our last thing I wanted to, this is a 1T, but not even hockey. The birds downtown, the little fucking, in downtown Detroit, the birds, the little fucking scooters. For people who haven't, how long have they been downtown? Like a year?
Oh no.
Less?
It came out a few
Couple
months
months?
ago. Yeah.
Okay, a couple months.
Best things ever made.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, they copy off basically what all the cities have been doing, which is finding crappy transportation for
No,
cheap. Yes.
these aren't crappy. These are nice.
DC has bikes.
Dude, these are way
University
better.
of Toledo has scooters.
Yeah, they're the same things.
Yeah.
But that's the same things.
Yeah.
They're all right. Birds aren't that great. Lime
Mm-hmm.
scooters are fucking amazing.
What is the difference between a
Limes
bird?
have smaller wheels, so they're faster. they are nicer, and I don't know.
People, you're basically renting a hoverboard to walk around.
And it
in the
costs.
city.
It
It's a
costs,
great idea.
Oh yeah, it's so cheap, and they go like 20. I got mine to 21 miles an hour. It was fast.
So the reason why I brought them up is
And I
that
crashed. And I crashed twice, and it was awesome. And I hurt my hands.
You said that they were awesome. Okay, when we went downtown last week, I was like, "Holy fuck, what is that?" And they have in Ann Arbor now,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Just
but
birds. We couldn't find any limes there.
Everywhere has them.
What do you just go?
every
sit-
big
everywhere
city
that-
has.
Yeah, they're coming.
You
They're-
guys act
We're,
like
we're
they're
late
doing it,
on this. Detroit is late on this idea.
No, it's not. No, it's
Yes,
not.
it is.
They
No, it's not. They dropped them off a few months ago.
They're
Yeah,
late
dropped
compared to
them off from
other
the
cities.
Anyways, you said they were awesome, but part of the reason that they're somewhat sucking is that people are taking them and then riding them home into the hood.
They're taking them to the hood. Yeah, they are.
And that made me think of something funny. Like, what is it? Is this going to be like the new drive-by vehicle? You know what I mean?
It's going to be the new litigation of stealing government property.
It's not government though. It's private.
It's owned by Detroit.
No, they're
They
not.
bought them.
No, it's owned by.
It's a private company.
Yeah,
Detroit?
it's a company from Uber. Like I think it's Uber. Uber owns one of the stocks and part of them, but they're from Silicon Valley. So they started in Silicon Valley, and then they moved.
Maybe the
they moved this way.
technology, but who owns the actual scooters in
Them.
Detroit?
Yeah, they have huge flocks of birds, is what they call them, and they
Craven's
just literally they
Okay.
unleash them into the city.
Craven's
and
guiding
then-
them.
A lot of these cities own these new waves
Not
of
the scooters.
transportations.
Not the scooters. They own the bike, maybe the bikes,
Not
but
the
not
Lime
scooters.
scooters, apparently.
Yeah,
Well, the reason why I brought it up is because I was just thinking, okay, so you got these little hoodlums in Detroit. They steal someone's credit card. Because you can do it by credit card, correct?
you gotta use your with
Debit card?
limes. With limes, you gotta use your ID as well.
Oh, you
Driver's
do?
license. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know about birds. I haven't used birds that much, but I know you have to like use your ID.
Mm.
It'd be really hard to steal them, dude. It'd be really hard.
I mean, but also like if the majority of them are ending up, say, okay, east side Detroit, right? At the end of the night, a lot of the guys bring them home from the clubs or whatever, and who's gonna go get them?
That's
know what I mean?
know. That's what I don't know.
Or the guys, anyone's taking them to any rough neighborhood in Detroit,
No.
who is going to retrieve them? Because people downtown, if the vast majority of them are just spread out in the bad areas of Detroit because people rode them home,
Yeah.
like they're gonna have like a separate squad that's like a retrieval squad, and they're gonna have to go in on an armored truck to go get these fucking little scooters back from people. That's
I'm
that's
just
the
thinking
reason
about
why
this shit. It's like Grand Theft Auto.
that's why I brought it up, because I'm just
Yeah.
thinking, this is money. Each scooter's probably what, $200,
It is.
$300.
What they're gonna probably have to start doing is making a dead zone. U of M there's already a dead zone on the campus, so you can't go in that dead zone, or else it'll be like it beeps. And I'm not sure if
Might
it turns
already
off or not, but like that's what they're gonna right now in Detroit. It's a huge area. It's not just to
Yeah.
downtown, which is dumb. They should have done that. It's huge.
So
they're
maybe
gonna have to make
maybe they'll like.
they're gonna have to make some dead zones.
Have you used one of these scooters in Detroit?
Oh yeah, like we've done it 3 times.
And you don't have to return them back to any
You just
area?
leave them wherever you want to leave them. We left them in the alley. We left them on the side of the street. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. Yeah.
Because, DC and other
Didn't
big
you leave
cities
one
are
in your
different.
basement and not tell anyone about it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's chained up.
All right, well, let's call it a podcast.
Send her out, bud.
Thank you for listening to Riding the Pine. If you'd like to follow us, we're on Twitter as @Pine Podcast. We're also on SoundCloud. We're on YouTube. We're on iTunes. However you listen to your iTunes or your podcast, tell your fucking buddies. Get us out there, please. Go fuck yourself.
Good night.
Night, motherfuckers. Dynamite Hack Boys in the Hood is like that. It's like that old song that's like, woke up quick at about noon, just thought that I had to. What do you think about that, Joshua?
It's pretty hot.
Woke up quick at about noon. Just thought that I had to be in Compton soon.
The guys from the other podcast messaged us back. I slid in the DMs and he said they're soft.
what to go and damn near went blind.
But they're soft.
Throwing up gang signs.
You slimy bastard.
In the house to get the clip with my Mac
They're soft.
on the side of my head.
Dan Carlin is just a fucking G.
Yeah.
Just as I thought, the fools kept stepping. I jumped in the
G.
flow,
A fucking
his
G.
shoes on the
G.
right. I got front and back, side to side. Then I let the Alpine play.
I slid in the DMs.
New shit by NWA. It was gangster at the top of the list. Then I played my own shit. It went something like this.
Honestly, they're just as smart as like stats wise as you, but they're soft. They're the ones that don't cost. They don't say anything like even somewhat like.
All right.
They might as well be. They literally might as well be Ken Daniels, but like 20 years younger.
So we have to tone it down if we ever get on there.
No, I'm not going to.
All right.
Yeah.
You might.
I'm not.
We bring some good old American boys come around the way, and they just cuss it up and lose all their following, and then take it over.
All right, Jason, let's do it.
Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. Come talking that trash and we'll pull your card. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, I ain't said shit.
How about that, bitch?
Bored as hell and I wanna get ill. So I go to a place where my homeboys chill. Fellas out there trying to make that dollar. I pulled up in the 6'4" Impala.
They're soft.
With the 40 and I start drinking. From the 8-ball my breath starts stinking. I gotta get my girl to rock that body. Before I left I hit the Bacardi. Pulled to the house, get her out of the pad.
Slimy bastard.
Said something to make
Okay.
me mad. She said something that I couldn't believe. So I grabbed the stupid
Slimy
bitch
bastard.
by a nappy ass weave.
Woke up quick at about noon. Just thought that I had.
Like a pimp and I slapped
Slimy bastard.
when her father stood up and he started to shout. So I threw her right across and knocked his old ass out. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. Come talking that trash and we'll pull your card. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, I ain't said shit.
Got a good show. It's got a very good show. It's impeccably produced. I mean, oh goodness, that is like a training show for kids on how to produce radio.
Punk ass tripping, but it's alright. Homie scored a key, he's gonna fly. Punk ass fly.
They're soft.